Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study about the TH sounds. It's very important to know about it. There is things that we need to know about TH sounds. There are 3 different sounds, like as F, as D, and V. But the thing is, like, you have to know how to put your tongue. You put your tongue between your teeth and then say the word, and then you see if it sounds like F or D or V. Okay, so it's very important to know that. All right. Androany hianatra momba ny fanonana ny TH sika zany. De izy io misy lasotry ny F de D de V. Fa apetraka tsara ny elanelan'ny nify ny lela de ny elanelan'ny nify zany ny lela de tononona le mot de hitana de hoeninareo hoe mame F sa D sa V. Okay? And what is, we are going to do it now. Okay, here. Those. Ohatrany mitovitovitry ny D zany, fa rehefa apetrakinareo tsara de mame le fanonana azy le izy. Those. 3. No, F, ohatry mame F zany. 3. Things. There. Think. That. There. Through. The. There. The. Thy. Thou. That. Those. Things. 3. All right. We are going to continue to read it. Okay, to read those words with the TH. Toetsika zany famakina anazy le misy le TH. De ty tadio tsara reto. That, this, the. The. Raha ohatra izy zany tsara hoe the answer, satria zanatsoratra ny de zay mahatonga anazy natao hoe the answer. The end. See? The end. Things. Thank. Tarao lasa F. Ny F zany. Apetraka tsara ny lela nify ny lela de mety mivoaka tsara le izy. De zao jereo tsara ty 3. De ty free. Samy hafa be mitsy zany tsy F zany, tsy hoe F ohatry ny araka le tenenitsika le izy, fa ohatry mame F zany le izy. De jerevan'ny olona ny vavanareo rehefa miteninareo de fantatry ny olona zay hoe TH ny teneninareo. Satria pereka ny lela nify ny lela 3. This word, thou. De tia matetika ampiasaina rehefa amin'ny alalan'le mivavaka hoe thee, thy, thou. We thank thee, misaotra anao zahay. We ask thee, mangataka aminao zahay. Ohatra amin'ny resaka vavaka misy andreny. Fa re moa zany ianarantsika manaraka fa le TH fotsiny, prononciation TH zany ny ampianarana androany. De tia jereo tsara. Thou lookest at thyself in thy mirror. Taloha zany nampiasaina be zany miasa be mihitsy le TH amin'ny mot, fa zao efa somary tsy nampiasaina zany le izy hoe miasa ohatrany taloha. Fa na izanazany arany ny tena important de mahay manona le izy tsara nareo, apetrakinareo ny nify lela de tenonareo le izy. De it is belongs to thee. Teny zany zareo taloha, it is belongs to thee. Hoe satria ty masolo hoe it is belongs to you. Masolo you ty. It is thine. De hoe it is yours. Zay ny dikan'ity thine ty. Nareo taloha moa zany reny miasa be fa napetrako remarque kely teo misy miasa be ny TH. I hope you know how to use TH, okay? So you have to practice at home. Pratiqueo tsara mijery fitakatra de apetraka eny amin'ny nifiny lela de tonono le izy de mame an'le moa zay tediavinareo nareo mame an'le efana de na ve. Okay. De zay ny amin'iny fahitra kely amin'ny lesona manaraka tsika. Lesona manaraka de momba ny tenses. De taonaka telo ihany no ataontsika androany de mba miezaka kely nareo manao anazy mamorona phrase. Past, present, and future. Tenses. Past, present, future. Zavatra lasa, fotoana lasa, fotoana ankehitriny de ny fotoana mbola ho avy. De ny fampiasana anazy rehefa hanao phrase nareo de sujet plus verbe plus complément, tsotra be le izy. De rehefa passé le izy de mampiasa simple past nareo, zany hoe temps passé. De matetika ty zao avy amin'ny verbe take fa irregular verbe tsy manaraka lalàna de mila mianatra verbe irrégulier nareo. De iny le deuxième colonne amin'ny verbe irrégulier iny ampiasainareo. Lasa ohatry zao le phrase hoe he took the money. De ato ndraitsika miditra amin'ny temps présent, sujet plus verbe plus complément. De présent, temps présent ny ampiasaina. De ato ndray simple future, zany hoe futur zany mbola ho avy. De mampiasa ny antsoina hoe shall, will nareo, sujet plus shall, will, de plus verbe de plus complément. He will take the money. De reo aloha zany no ataontsika reo tao anankitelo tsotra reo de mamorona phrase nareo de enako tsara ny verbe irrégulier. Fasatriny régulier vitsivitsy le izy fa ny verbe régulier zany hoe manara-dalàna be da be de mba inarina le tsy manara-dalàna de afaka mampiasa le temps passé amin'ny le deuxième colonne nareo, misy hoe première colonne, deuxième colonne, troisième colonne le izy. De le deuxième colonne amin'ny verbe irrégulier iny fantatrareo kosa angamba amin'ny verbe irrégulier any am-pianarana matetika mianatra an'ireny. De reo temps anankitelo reo no ianarantsika de ezao manao phrase passé de présent futur. Those three tenses that we study today, so you need to practice them and make phrase and you'll be fine. Just do it little by little. Okay guys, I was telling you about the verb subject plus verb plus object, the phrase that you are going to make. Desaka niteninareo momba ny hoe anao phrase tsika, anao construction na phrase de nisy hoe sujet plus verbe plus complément. De ampianatranareo kely momba ny verbe kwa amin'ny alalan'ity vidéo ty de afaka manampy be da be anareo le izy. De aveo ampianatranareo ihany koa momba ny milazanareo momba ny temps zay tokony ampiasaina izy.
Verbs make sentences move. A verb is the action of a sentence. A verb can walk, run, jump, sit, look, listen, eat, wave, talk, or just let it be.
Section A.
A verb is a word that shows an action or describes a state of being. It tells us what all those nouns and pronouns are doing in our sentences. A verb is one of the most important parts of a sentence, but it can be one of the trickiest.
In the short sentence, Dave runs, runs is the verb because it tells us the action that Dave performs. What does Dave do? He runs.
In English grammar, verbs change form to show who performs an action. And who performs action? I do, you do, he does, we do, they do.
Take a closer look at the verb to run. We say Dave runs, but we say I run. The verb is changed because someone else is performing the action. We can go to our subject chart and fill in the verbs. So we say, I run, you run, he, she, or it runs, we run, and they run.
Okay, tadidinareo tamin'ny lesontsika farany nianatra momba ny subject tsika, zany hoe le sujet. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. De eto izy manao exemple momba ny nampiasain'ny verbe to run, zany hoe mihazakazaka. I run, you run, he runs. Le he sy ny she tadio tsara fa misy aisa manaraka anazy rehefa misy le verbe ohatran'le exemple teo aloha teo iny. She runs, it runs, we run, they run. De mila hay tsara iny mba ahafahana manao an'le phrase zay noteneniko anareo hoe miezaka mamorona phrase kely tsika zany zao mianatra mamorona phrase. De mila mahay conjugaison, hianatra momba conjugaison mihitsy io
Just did, taking a verb and seeing how it changes with different subjects, is conjugating. Let's say it again. Conjugating! Okay now, there wasn't too much change there when we conjugated the verb to run. But if you want change, we got you change right here. Let's try the most common verb there is, to be. To be is a tricky verb. In fact, when we conjugate it, you may not even realize it as the verb to be. That's how much it changes.
We say, I am, you are, he, she, or it is, we are, and they are. Now look at our little setup. First we have I, then you, then he, she, it. Notice anything? Well, yes, they're all pronouns, but remember how we called them subjects. I, you, he, she, and it are all singular subjects. There's just one noun being referred to in each. But then we get down to we and finally they. Aha! These are plural subjects. They refer to nouns that have more than one member.
This goes back to our discussion on a noun's number, whether it's singular or plural. This becomes even more important now that we're dealing with verbs. That's because a singular noun takes a singular verb, and a plural noun takes a plural verb. Let's look at exactly how this works.
Okay, let's take Mrs. Midori here. There's only one of her, right here. So Mrs. Midori is a singular subject, and we can say Mrs. Midori yodels. Yodels is the verb. It's what Mrs. Midori is doing. So, yodels is the form of the verb yodel that we use with this singular noun, Mrs. Midori. Now here we have the Midori sisters, Elsie, Gretel, and Heidi. The Midori sisters is a plural noun, because there's more than one sister, so we should use a plural verb. Let's try the Midori sisters yodel. In this case, yodel is the plural form of the word yodel.
So remember our grammar guide here. A singular noun takes a singular verb, and a plural noun takes a plural verb. Here's how to yodel conjugates on our chart. I yodel, you yodel, he, she, it yodels, we yodel, and they yodel.
Verb also change forms depending on what point in time the action is happening, and we call these changes tenses. We're going to teach you all about them.
Section B, verb tenses.
De zao iresaka momba ny temps amizay tsika. Le temps teneniko teo hoe misy ny passé de ny présent de ny futur. De iresaka momba an'izay tsika zao. De aranareo tsara fa rehefa azonareo tsara le izy de mba afaka mamorona phrase amizay nareo na de phrase tsotra ary.
As we said, verbs change forms according to what tense they're in. This is the point in time the action is happening. We'll discuss 12 verb tenses, but don't wig out, it's not all that bad. There are basically four main ones: the simple, the perfect, the progressive, and the perfect progressive. And there are three versions of each of these: the past, present, and future. See, the tenses aren't so bad.
Okay, when we discuss tenses, we're talking about time. Let's say this line right here shows time. Let's call where I am the present. That's right now. Over here is the past, things that have happened already. And over here is the future, things that will happen. With that in mind, let's begin.
The simple tenses. The first three tenses we'll discuss are the simple tenses. They're called that because these are the simplest forms verbs can take. The three simple tenses are the present, past, and future.
Take the verb to chop. Let's construct a present tense sentence with this verb. Usually we don't have to change the verb for present tense, so we can write, I chop all of my vegetables. This is an action I'm doing right now. It's right here in the middle of my timeline. Now suppose I've already cut up my vegetables. Well, that's here in the past, so we use a different form of the verb. We use the past tense. It's already happened. Most times all we need to do to change a verb into the past tense is to add an ed to the end. If the word already ends in e, just stick a d at the end. In this case we write, I chopped all of my vegetables. Now, notice how we stuck in another p before we added the ed. That's another thing to be aware of. A lot of times when the verb ends in a consonant, you have to double it before adding the ed. So for chop, we doubled the p, then added the ed. Here's our grammar guide. When changing a verb to the past tense, add ed or just d if the verb already ends in e.
Most verbs change in predictable ways, which is great because it makes them easier to work with. However, some verbs can be a real nuisance because they change in strange, unpredictable ways. We call these verbs that make these weird changes irregular verbs.
Dia hitanareo azonareo hoe zavatra teneniny manazava izy hoe misy ny verbe izay tsy maintsy enarana mihitsiny zany le izy satria tsy manara-dalàna, zany hoe irregular verbs. Dia zay mahatonga le misy lisitra na verbe irrégulier iny irrégulier iny tsy maintsy enarantsika le izy. Rehefa fantatsika iny verbe irrégulier iny dia mandeha ho azy ny regular verb. Regular verb satria marobe ny regular verb le manara-dalàna, fa le irregular verb tsy manara-dalàna izy vitsy dia tsy maintsy enarantsika par cœur. Dia rehefa le mampiasa le passé dia le deuxième colonne le niteneniko tamin'ny lesona teo aloha iny.
The good news is that these verbs tend to be the ones that are used a lot and have been around the longest, like to be, to run, and to eat.
Suppose we changed our sentence a little and made it in the present tense. I chop all of my vegetables before I eat them. Now we have two verbs. See them? There's chop and there's eat. We have two verbs. See them? There's chop and there's eat. Now let's put the action of the sentence into the past. We already know to change chop to chopped, but what about eat? Do we change it to did? No, that doesn't sound quite right. Eat.
Dia jerenareo tsara ny io zao misy example. I chopped all of my vegetables before I ate them. Dia eated tsy azo asiana ed le izy satria irregular verbe dia tsy maintsy miova io. Dia tsy maintsy miezaka mahay le verbe irrégulier nareo ahafahanareo manova anazy. Mba tsy ho itid tsy asiana ed iny satria raha régulier izy dia asiana ed fotsiny tsotra be, fa tsy maintsy miova ate. Zany hoe to eat, ate, eaten. Dia ate le verbe irrégulier amin'le deuxième colonne no alaina satria past tense ny resahantsika eto zavatra efa lasa zany.
Past tense is ate. So our entire sentence is, I chopped all my vegetables before I ate them. Why is that? It's because eat is an irregular verb and has its own unique way of changing tenses.
To eat is one of those irregular verbs, so it changes form differently than your regular old garden variety verbs. Unfortunately, you'll just have to learn and memorize these irregular verbs because they don't follow any easy rules.
Some common irregular.
Dia enareo tsara ve ny zavatra niteneny teo? Unfortunately, you have to study them. You have to learn them. Zany hoe tsy maintsy enarana le verbe irrégulier satria izy tsy manaraka lalàna dia tsy maintsy enarana tsenjery.
The verbs are do, the past tense of do is did, come, the past tense of come is came, get, the past tense of get is got, Go, the past tense of go is went. Boy, that's irregular. Next, we have know. The past tense of know is knew. See, the past tense of see is saw. Take, the past tense of take is took. And those are just some of the many irregular verbs in the English language.
Okay, we've talked about the simple present tense and the simple past tense. So now it's time we said something about the future for the children. So, over here's the future. It's something that hasn't happened yet, but is going to happen.
To change a verb into the simple future tense, we put the word will before it. So our sentence now is, I will chop all of my vegetables. This holds true whether our verb is regular or irregular. Simple.
There you have the simple tenses. The past, the present, and the future. So far, so good. Now, the perfect tenses.
The perfect tense.
Dia zay momba an'iny le passé, présent, futur. Temps passé, temps présent, temps futur. Fa manaraka no hianatra ny temps akoatran'izay indray tsika. Dia mila miezaka tsara zany mianatra an'ireo fa somary tsotsotra izy ireo. Dia any manaraka no mianatra momba ny verb tenses: simple, perfect, progressive, perfect, progressive. Dia amin'ny manaraka ny voianarana fa ianarana tsara le simple tense le anankitelo zay efa nazavaina teo iny.
Right here shows time. Let's call where I am the present. That's right now. Over here is the past, things that have happened already. And over here is the future, things that will happen. With that in mind, let's begin.
Dia ireo zany aloha no ianarantsika le past, present and future. Dia mazotoa mianatra daholo ary. Dia manaova phrase daholo nareo miezaka mamorona phrase. Dia amin'ny koro manaraka indray hitantsika eo ny anaovana anazy. Mazotoa daholo eo. Enjoy your class, guys. Keep up the good work. Dia tadiro lesona nataontsika ireo simple past, simple present and simple future. Ho an'ny Amerikana misy e ty, okay? Sina e le future. Okay. Dia mazotoa daholo e. Mazotoa mianatra daholo. We love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.